going on, everybody? Sick Eric back again with another video, and today we're going to be doing my 4 days with the OnePlus 7 Pro. I'm filming this on the front facing camera. It's a little awkward because of the placement of the camera. It's a little lower, so you have to hold the phone up a little bit. But I've been using the device for 4 days now, and I'm really liking it. Doing this little intro on the front facing camera, and stick around, guys. I'll be back. Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? Sick Eric back again with another video, and today we're going to be doing my 4 days with the OnePlus 7 Pro. Got this device on Monday, and I've been using it ever since. Slapped my SIM card in it from my S10, and like I said, I've been using this phone ever since Monday, and got some things to say about it. Most of them, pretty much all of them, are really good. This is a great phone. There are a couple little things, but not really anything to cry home about. Everything on this device has been excellent. So this is a really, really beautiful looking phone, especially this color. I got the Nebula Blue. Really, really nice color. It's got that matte finish on it. Hides fingerprints a little bit. It's not as bad as a shiny glass phone, but it does have a little bit of fingerprints, but it does mask them a little bit. And with this glass being matte, it is a little slipperier than a regular shiny glass phone. But really, really nice. I am definitely loving that fingerprint sensor. It is fast as hell. Definitely way faster than the S10. You can see right there, it's instant. And you also have the facial recognition, which is also fast. Pops up the camera really quick. I have it to where you swipe first before it unlocks, because if you have the other way to where you push the power button and the screen comes on and tries to unlock, sometimes if your phone's in your pocket and you push the power button, the camera will try to pop out. But like I said, I have a list of everything on my Google Keep. So let's go ahead and get started. As far as the display goes, this is a excellent, huge 6.67 inch, sorry. Might will call it 6.7 inch, it's close to it. Really, really nice Quad HD display. Finally, OnePlus has improved the display on their phones. They usually would have a 1080p AMOLED. This is a Quad HD AMOLED. They're calling it a fluid AMOLED, and you have a 90 hertz refresh rate on this phone. Everything is just fast and smooth when scrolling through your menu, through anything. It's just hard to pick up on camera, but it's so smooth. It's like the moment you touch it and scroll, it just responds, and everything is just fluid. Really, really nice display. You can bump it down to 60 hertz, but I just go ahead and keep it on the 90 hertz because it's a huge, nice experience scrolling through social media on this phone, watching videos. Now, I don't play a lot of games on here, but it is really, really nice. Their new display is amazing. Colors are bright and punchy. It's just really, really cool. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some pictures or some movies playing. Now, this one comes with the phone, and it just has a little bit of stuff on here. But this display just looks really, really good. No complaints with this display. It is probably one of the best displays on a device. Of course, second from Samsung. Samsung has the best displays on the market, hands down, but this comes in really, really close. The panel is made by Samsung, so keep that in mind. Really, really nice display. Let's go ahead and swipe these away. Refresh rate, there is no notch. There is no hole punch cut out. It's just all screen with tiny, tiny little bezels going around. So really, really cool, very immersive. The display is curved. Now that can be a problem because you get some reflection, as you can see up here on the edge, because that curve is so sloped. Much like on the Galaxy S10, it's got more of a sharper curve. You don't get that reflection so far into your viewing area, but it's just a little nitpick. It's really not that big of a deal. Sometimes it can get in the way, but you tend to look past that. Beautiful design. This phone is just excellent. Feels great in the hands. It's got an excellent design. Both the back and the front are curved, as you can see right there. So really, really nice. Glass metal construction, aluminum, with the Gorilla Glass 5 and the Gorilla Glass on the front and the back. Really, really nice. Buttons are extremely tactile. They're in the right spot. The Samsung, the power button's a little bit too high. You got your volume rocker right here to vibrate, silent, and then full ring. Everything is just in the right spot. Your speaker up here is the stereo speaker included. Everything at the bottom, you got your other second speaker, USB Type-C, and your SIM tray, along with some mics and some antennas. You got your volume rocker over here, some antennas. You got mic up here, along with your pop-up camera. And then over here, you got your power button and slider. So really, really cool design. Definitely a huge improvement from last year's OnePlus 6T. I like the design, but it just wasn't really calling my name. Let's see. Yeah, this phone is buttery fast and smooth. Like one of the fastest phones I've used. This is the T-Mobile variant, 8 gigabytes, 256 gigabyte of storage. But still, a lot of people are bitching about T-Mobile does not have the 12 gigabyte version. I think 12 gigabytes is overkill. This is just excellent. Combined with Oxygen OS, this phone flies. It's definitely way faster than the S10 as far as animations and scrolling and speeds and downloads and everything. This phone just kills every other phone in performance section. It loads apps just amazingly, really, really fast. Really, really nice device, really fast, and no problems there. Really, really cool, and I'm very, very satisfied with the performance on this. 8 gigabytes is definitely just more than enough to get this phone going. Battery life, for the most part, I've never used a phone with a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. The highest I've gotten was a 35. So I can't really say like exactly how it's supposed to do. All I know is that I'm at 33%, and I took this phone off the charger at, I want to say 7:30 yesterday p.m. and I have not charged this. I went to work. I work overnight, came home, did not charge my phone, woke up, and I still have not charged my phone. So battery life for me has been pretty good. Let's see if we can go into some stats here. Now, one of the latest ones that I took, let's see, this one is 32%. Got about 3 hours and 37 minutes of screen on time. 32%, 50%. These are all the apps that are running. Let's see if I can find a better screenshot here. Let's see. I guess I did not take a screenshot of when I was at 15% yesterday. I had about a little over 3 hours of screen on time, and I was at 15%, and it took about an hour to get back to 100 with the fast charging. It comes with Warp Charge 30, so really, really nice, really quick to charge this phone. So battery life, really not an issue for me. It's been excellent. These stereo speakers are really, really good. Not as good as Samsung. Check out my other video. I'll probably post a link down below. Speaker comparison between this phone and the Samsung Galaxy S10. Speakers on here are excellent. Way better than the 6T. I think they sounded a little better than the G8. More fuller sound. And I'm definitely loving this. Watching content on here, watching videos and YouTube on this phone, playing music. These speakers they do the job, and they're really, really nice. They're not as excellent as the S10, but they are still really good and definitely a huge improvement from last year. Warp Charge 30, as I mentioned before, is killer on here. There is no wireless charging on OnePlus, not yet. They decided not to put that just yet. They say that it's not as good as wired charging, which I do agree. It's not as fast, but still it's convenient to have. They should just slap it on there to at least give us that option to use it or not if we want to. But Warp Charge 30 on here is excellent. I went from 15% to 100% in about an hour. So really fast charging on this phone. So even if battery life sucked, you could definitely charge it up really quick. Oxygen OS on here, again, it's much like stock Android. Really fluid OS. Next to stock Android, this is the second best. Samsung coming in at third. I really like Samsung's One UI. This is really nice. You have a whole bunch of different options as far as theming. You got your refresh rate. You could change from 60. You got your theme. You could do colorful, light, dark. Let's go ahead and do colorful. It'll change the theme. You could change your accent colors. Let's go back to light just for the shit of it. Really nice customizable theme. I wish Samsung would implement something like this. You could change your accent colors to whatever you want. You could change your default fonts. You could adjust the icons on your status bar, take off which ones you don't want to show, which ones you do show. You do have different type of battery icons. You got a bar, you got a circle, you can hide the battery icon. There's so many things on here with Oxygen OS that are just really cool. For instance, you're playing some music on your phone and you have your phone sitting on the desk. If you want to skip a track, you just draw a little arrow on here and it'll skip that track for you. If you swipe down, it'll pause it. Really nice gestures. Oxygen OS also implements the best gestures on their phones. As you can see, you have the pill type down here. You have other different types of gesture options on here. You could do a full gesture. Let's see if I can find it. You got navigation gestures. You got 3 to choose from. You got your normal back buttons, your nav bar down here. You got your pill type, pixel type, pill, and then you also have full screen gestures to where you could swipe easily throughout different ones. You could swipe up, back, and etc. So really cool. I definitely love OnePlus's gesture implementation on their devices. Let's go ahead and go back to that. So really nice and customizable, very stock looking. I was running the stock launcher for these entire 4 days. Just last night I switched on over to Launch Air just because I like the customizable features of it. But the stock launcher is definitely a really nice launcher. I didn't hate it or anything. I just prefer Launch Air version 2. Really nice. Software on here has been excellent. So let's go ahead and go back. Dolby Atmos audio. You got a lot of different options on here for sound. I kind of wish it was more easily accessible. Much like Samsung, you hold down on the icon for Dolby and it pops up all your settings. This you have to go into the settings and go into Dolby Atmos. You got dynamic, movie, music, and when you plug in headphones, you do have different styles to choose from. You could choose earphone mode, everything that happens when you connect. So really cool. Dolby Atmos, these speakers sound really nice. You got a whole bunch of customization. There is no headphone jack, but Bluetooth through this phone, no matter what you're using, sounds excellent. I don't know what OnePlus did, but their Bluetooth audio sounds really good. I would compare it to, like, say, the G8 using wired headphones. Bluetooth sounds almost as good as that. It's just really loud and powerful experience when listening to Bluetooth. So I'm glad they did that since they don't have a headphone jack. And keep in mind, this phone does not come with a headphone dongle, so you have to spend a little extra just to use headphones. They sort of force you to use Bluetooth. Navigation gestures, I already talked about that. Pop-up camera is really cool. Definitely a conversation starter. Really, really nice. It's really fast, and the quality is pretty good too. My intro was filmed on the front-facing camera, so really, really cool. I'll post some pictures coming up in a little bit of some camera shots on here. I haven't really played with the camera too much on here, but it does the job. It's not as good as the Samsung Galaxy S10 or the Pixel 3, but it is still really good. I'm still waiting on a software update that's supposed to bring enhancements for it. I have not gotten anything. Sadly, with this being the T-Mobile version, I am still on March 1st security update. Have not gotten any updates so far, so I'm hoping they fix that shit because it's really, really annoying. But the camera is really, really nice. If you guys want to check out some pictures, I'll go ahead and show them right now. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Check these out. So hope you enjoyed those pictures. Just a couple of pictures, not really a lot, that I've taken with this. Some night shots and stuff like that. Like I said, I haven't been able to play with the camera too much. The new vibration motor on here, huge improvement from the OnePlus 6T. That felt like a spring just fucking around in there. It did not feel strong at all. This one, you have a huge, just a thump, nice solid vibration when you're doing stuff on here, when you're shooting with the camera, when you're taking a picture. It just, you feel that nice vibration motor on here when you're typing on the keyboard. Really nice vibration feedback, huge improvement. It's a huge motor that they included on here. Really nice, very satisfying. The UFS 3.0 storage, that gives you faster storage speeds on here. So if you're transferring something onto your computer, it does not take long at all. I transferred about 50 gigs of music onto this phone, and it said it was going to take an hour 15 minutes. It took half that time just to transfer all that music onto here. So really fast storage speeds. Your apps are going to save quicker. Your cameras, photos are going to save quicker. Everything is just much faster with that UFS 3.0. Gripes I do have about it: no headphone jack. Definitely not a huge disappointment. It would be nice if they had it, just to include it on there like Samsung. They give you that option. Really not a huge deal. Some people might not like that. Some people might not care. Either way, give me a headphone jack. Don't give me a headphone jack. I do wish they included a headphone dongle on here though, just so I could use my headphones if I wanted to. Say my Bluetooth headset dies and I want to use my backup headphones. Can't do that unless I go purchase a $13 dongle from OnePlus. No wireless charging, maybe a deal breaker for some of you guys. Not really for me. I have like 2 or 3 wireless chargers, so it would be nice to have it. But the charger that comes with this is excellent. Warp Charge 30. You get really fast charging speeds. It definitely makes up for that. This is a huge phone, guys. Really big. It takes some getting used to. It's bigger than the Galaxy Note 9. One of the biggest phones I've used ever. This is a really big phone. It's really heavy. It has some weight to it. Excuse me. Really nice though. It has a premium, nice heavy weight to it. That 4,000 milliamp hour battery and that camera hardware in there definitely adds a little bit of weight to it. So if you have small hands, you're definitely going to have to use this phone with 2 hands, since it is a huge phone. It takes some getting used to. I'm used to about 6.4 inches. My S10 is 6.1. So definitely it takes a lot of getting used to. I have big hands, so it's really not that problem. Not that much of a problem. And all the buttons are in the right spot, so really easy to get to. Just keep that in mind, guys. It's a huge phone. The curved display, like I said earlier, while it looks nice and sexy by looking at it, you do get a lot of reflection on here. So it does have that reflection, as you can see right there when you're watching content. It does get a little bit in the way just because of that curve is so extreme. They should have brought the curve a little bit sharper, like on the S10. Not much of a problem. But yeah, just keep that in mind. You do have a lot of reflection on there. But it's still an excellent display. No complaints here. Second to Samsung as far as display goes. Video recording, when you're recording video on ultra wide or on your camera rear facing, you cannot record in ultra wide mode, which is a little bit of a disappointment. You can only record, I believe, in the regular mode and telephoto when you zoom in as well. 4K up to 60 frames per second, so that's cool. Front facing camera only goes up to 1080p. I believe it's 30 frames per second, don't get me wrong, it may be 60, but I wish they would have included a 4K front recording like the S10. But other than that, no ultra wide video record, which is not really that big of a deal, maybe for some of y'all, but that's pretty much all my gripes right there. Everything has been nothing but pluses on here, not a lot of negative stuff to say on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Really nice, definitely a bang for your buck. Comes in at about $6.99 on T-Mobile for this variant, 8 gigabytes, 256 storage. Nebula Blue, they also have it in the mirror gray. They don't have the 12 gigabyte version, unfortunately. I don't know if they have the regular OnePlus 7, but I say get this version over the regular OnePlus. You get more cameras, you get a bigger battery, you get that 90 Hz refresh rate on that display. You get really a lot of cool stuff on this phone. Really nice. 4 days using this device, I'm definitely loving it. Really nice. Glad I got it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you got any questions, post them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.